Good morning, guys. Dave Moreau, IBEW. I'm getting word that things are unsettled again at USIC. So I thought I'd make a quick video for you, just refreshing your memory of what IBEW has to offer. And if you have any questions, just contact me. My cell phone, 207-347-0665. So our jail rate currently is $38.59 per hour. And that lasts until the end of our contract in September, and then it renews to $39.77 for a year, and then renews at $40.96 per hour. So those are our hourly rates for the northern contract, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. We do have some contractors paying JL the southern rates, which are much higher. But I'd rather not get anybody's hopes up. I'll just tell you what it is if you're working way up in Maine. As far as the annuity, currently today it's $12.95 per hour. So every hour you work, you're not putting money away into your own retirement. The contract that you're working for, in this case, if our target came over to the IBEW, they would be putting $12.95 per hour worked into your retirement. And then come September, it goes up to $13.20 per hour, and then the following year it goes to $13.45. So it's constantly growing, making that nest egg a little bigger for you. I wrote down some examples. So if you did 10 years with us at the IBEW at today's rate, so I can't really project out what's going to be after the contract is done. So I just did 10 years at $12.95 per hour at a modest 4% return. So if you look at any of your statements, wherever you have your money now, hopefully you're making more than 4%, but let's say 4%, and you only did 10 years, you would have $309,000 after 10 years. 309. After 20 years of that same 4% return at today's rate, again, it's going up every year, you'd have $768,000. $768. Again, that's not an accurate figure because it's going up every year, and that's just using today's rate. And let's say you did better, you got 8% return, which again, it's just average. At 20 years, at today's rate, you'd have over $1 million. You'd have $1.2 million in the bank. And that's yours. It's yours day one. It's yours at 20 years. You invest it. You can grab it at 59.5 and start taking withdrawals. It's all your money. It's not anybody else's money. I wanted to talk to you quickly about JCR because I think when I was making the other videos, JCR wasn't quite fully IBEW. Now they are. So they've been IBEW now for, let's call it 6 months. And they came over with 106 people, 106 line employees. That includes operators, apprentices, linemen, maybe a couple of groundmen. So they're a little bigger than USIC. But out of the 106, they've lost 2 in the transition. One of them retired, and one became a truck driver, long road truck driver. So I think he was a groundman that just didn't want, he thought joining the union meant traveling and whatnot. So he wanted to do his own thing, and he bought a truck, and he's driving long road. Anyways, they've actually gotten bigger. So they went from 106 down to 104, and they've gained 25 more employees because of growth. They took in another company, but they're expanding with the IBEW. So those of you who love the formerly known On Target, the USIC, and want to keep them going and stop the bleeding and help them grow, we can do that. We can help man the jobs. We can help get the jobs. We can help get you good help instead of scraping the barrel. Bring in whatever, your boss's nephew who's untrained. We can supply a qualified lineman to help you expand. And then you still work with USIC, doing the same jobs. Nothing changes. Hard hats don't change. Your paychecks will change for the better. If the rate that I mentioned before is not quite as high, we don't take out payroll deductions for healthcare. That's $0. So you can add those back in. If you're putting into a 401k, that's $0 for us because we get the annuity paid by the contractor. So those things can get added into your pay. So if you get a chance, obviously watch a video I made prior to this. It's called the scoreboard video, and it compares USIC's. This is back when they were giving you guys pay increases and whatnot, but I was comparing packages, and a year with USIC and a year with the IBEW. IBEW employee came out $30,000 positive, more with more money in their pocket. So that's quite a bit of money. Again, if you have any more questions, call me 207-347-0665. Leave me a message if I don't pick up, and I'll certainly call you back. I'd like to get together and set up another meeting, possibly have some of these JCR employees come and talk about their experience of coming over as a company and what they did to unite the men and just present the offer to their boss is what they did. And the boss basically said, okay, because at that point they don't have any legs to stand on. So the whole company comes over, and again, nothing changes. It's really cut and dry, and it's just a better way of life. You get the bargain for what you want, union representation if something's not going well, all those good things. So again, 207-347-0665. Be safe out there, guys, as always. Thank you.